wanna taste the kiss, and you the girl that's got my heart in this.
Hey guys, welcome back to Wow, it is now 12:22. Listen, you guys, I have been seeing these number sequences from last year November. Like seriously, I've been seeing like triple threes, triple fours, triple 5, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. Like, you know, so you guys know, like, I'm on the path of like some serious spiritual awakening for those of you that do know. So Ash, shout out to me. Okay, look, that was just corny. Like my son would, my son be like, "Mom, you are corny, you are cringy, like you would be embarrassing." And I see it now. I am like, he is like so legit, right? But how are you guys doing tonight? How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing great. So what I'm going to touch on tonight is kind of like one of those subjects that like a lot of, I know, like a lot of females are not going to agree with it, but hey, it is what it is. Again, my disclaimer is this: anything that I share on these vlogs are like my personal views, my personal opinions, okay? I am not looking for anybody to agree with me, okay? Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and I am a person, I have learned to respect another person's opinion that differs from mine, okay? It is agree to disagree, okay? So if you guys are going to leave some comments, like, you guys can just skip the nasty comments because they will automatically be deleted. We're not looking for no type of negativity. We're just trying to stay positive. Now that that is out of the way, you guys don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to give you guys a minute to do that right now. Hit on that notification bell, smash that subscribe button, share with your friends, you know, support a sister. To those of you that are following my channel, thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support and I love you guys. So I'm going to give you guys a second to just go ahead and share and subscribe. Okay, so the subject matter for this week's or tonight's or today's vlog is home wreckers. Yes. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about home wreckers is that, okay, so yesterday, well, it's after 12 now, so of course it will be yesterday. So yesterday, while scrolling on Instagram, I noticed that the Shade Room posted happy birthday to Alicia Keys. I love her music. And I love the comment section. Listen, anytime you are like on Facebook, or any social media, just go in the comment section. The best jokes, laughs, whatever. Listen, you're gonna have a good time in the comment sections. I don't usually comment under like people's posts or whatever the case is. Normally, I just read the comments and I have a good time and I laugh. So, going through the comment section, I noticed that like a lot of people was throwing shade at Alicia Keys. They're talking about, oh, they don't do this because she stole this person's husband and she took somebody's man and she this and she's that, blah blah blah, and this. I'm like, really? How long ago was that? This has been years, and these people have been married a long time. They have a beautiful family, but for some odd reason the general public can't seem to let go of the BS, like, for real. Okay, I mean, totally, I get it. Like, you feel a certain type of way because you're looking like, okay, you know, especially if you've been in that situation before and you've been burnt. So yeah, I could understand that you may feel a little iffy, a certain type of way about it, but come on, really. Now, before I really say what I want to say in the subject of this home wrecker business, let me say this, okay? First of all, I do not agree and do not condone another person interference in another person's relationship. Okay? Now, with that being said, I also want to make it clear that me personally, I do not believe in home wreckers. I do not believe in home wreckers. To me, I feel like home wreckers are a myth. Totally a myth. And the reason why I say that is that, come on, you cannot wreck a home that was already broken. You cannot wreck a home that was already shaken. Legit. Okay? And that's the thing. And the thing is like, in order for someone to come in and wreck your relationship, somebody had to open the door and invite them in. So if you're looking at another person or the third party as being a home wrecker, realistically, shouldn't the home wrecker be the person that was already in the home? Like, really? Like, think about it. Because that man had to allow the other female access into your home in order to wreck the home. Yeah, that's my views. That's my opinion. No, seriously, but for real though, no, honestly, with all for the jokes aside, in order to wreck a home, someone had to invite them in. They didn't break into the house. For a house that was already shaken, a house that was already broken, they were on the brinks of divorce or in the brink of splitting up, or who knows, because at the end of the day, no one knows the intimate details of another person's relationship. Even the married couples that you admire from afar, they're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. No relationship is perfect. Every relationship have ups and downs, okay? And it's not really the good times that defines a relationship. It's more so the hard times. It's more so the hard times and how you choose to navigate and power through those hard times that is going to define the relationship. It's going to define whether the relationship survives or if the relationship fall apart. Now, in the midst of your relationship being shaky or in the brinks of falling apart, this is when both parties must make a conscious decision whether they want to save the marriage and do whatever it takes to make sure that their marriage or their relationship survives. Again, I will say this: you cannot wreck a home that wasn't already broken. And you cannot take someone that doesn't want to be taken. Because it doesn't make sense. Listen, I'm in a relationship and I'm happy. I'm not perfect. My partner is not perfect. The relationship is by no means perfect. But we're good for each other. We're happy in our relationship through the ups and downs. We have survived and powered through some really tough times. There's no reason why I'm gonna put myself or my partner or my relationship at risk at being dismantled by a third party. By me doing so, or by me allowing another person access to me, is by me allowing the other person access into my home and ultimately breaking my home or wrecking my home. It's like this: you have an unstable building. It's shaky, it's inhabitable. God, these big words. We getting tongue tied. But and it's time for it to fall apart. And so the owner of the building decides they're gonna hire a crew and bring in the wrecking ball and just totally break the building apart, like totally dismantle it, flatten it. Who is at fault here? Who is at fault? Is it the wrecking ball itself that is at fault for flattening the house? Or is it the owner of the building that brought in the crew that have the wrecking ball to totally dismantle and flatten the house? Like, think about it. So again, like for me, I don't think like home wreckers are real. I feel like if we have to label someone as home wreckers, I would have to say it is the guy. Because you find like oftentimes the the other female don't even know if these men are married. So it feel like for us women, our anger is misplaced. It's misguided towards the wrong person. Because I mean, listen, I'm not talking about the heifers that do know that these people are married. If they know, if you know that a guy is married and you actively pursue this person, then sweetie, you, I don't know what to call you. Maybe you are a home wrecker, like the people say. No, but seriously, I feel like our anger is seriously misguided because at the end of the day, the other female, their loyalty is not to us. Their loyalty is not to you because they were not the one that stood before God, family, and friends and vowed and made a promise to you. Your husband did that. His loyalty is to you. He was disloyal to you. And I know many of you guys are going to be like, oh, well, she should have known this. But how? How? You have men out there living whole double lives. They basically have two separate families. And these men are such great pretenders. They're such great liars. They're feeding you a story and they're feeding the other female a story. So how is the other female to know? Like, I mean, yeah, there may be signs or whatever, but you know, sometimes when you're so in love with a person and you only want to believe in this person, like, listen, come on. In regular relationship, we miss the red flags. So can you judge, like, you know, for this person is a regular relationship. So there are going to be things that they overlook because they are so madly in love. But again, their loyalty is not to you because they weren't the one that promised to spend the rest of their lives to be loyal and faithful and true to you. Your husband did that. So if anybody wrecked a home, it would be your husband. I mean, honestly, again, this is my personal opinion. Okay, I'm not asking anyone to agree, but this is how I see it. And again, I would say that if it were me, I would throw a hissy fit. Seriously, all hell would break loose. But then, in the midst of my anger, I would still have to be reasonable. Like when I have calmed down and take a moment to self-reflect, I would have to ask myself, what did I do wrong? Because at some point in time, we then have to take responsibility for the part that we played in wrecking our own relationships. We may not want to hear it, but it's true. Because it takes two to make a marriage work. And it takes two for a marriage to fall apart. Or a relationship, whichever one comes first. It takes two people, two willing people to make something work. And usually before a woman cheats or before a guy, well, what am I saying? Because you know, guys, sometimes guys don't even need an excuse to cheat. But sometimes we have to take a moment and pause and ask myself, was I doing everything that a wife was required to do in regards to loving and taking care and supporting my husband? We have to ask ourselves. But we tend to lay the blame at one person's feet as if the relationship wasn't already in trouble. And then when these celebrities, in the case of Alicia Keys, when they're in the public eye, they're scrutinized, and then people feel like they have a right to speak on their life. People feel like they have the right to speak on their marriage. But do you know the intimate details of these people's lives? Were you there? Do you know exactly what happened or what the media wanted you to know? Because chances are that relationship was already on the brinks. He probably was already on his way out. But we don't know that. All we know is what the media portrays. And then again, it's like everybody is attacking this lady. Everybody's attacking Alicia Keys. Oh, she stole this person's husband. She did this and she did that. But what about Swiss Beats? What about him? Does he share any of the blame? Because his loyalty was to his wife. But then people neglect to realize or to understand that sometimes it's possible that you can marry the wrong person. And the thing is, people don't want to admit it. You know, they prefer to just suffer in silence just for the sake of being married, say, just to be able to say I have a ring, or just be able to say I'm somebody's wife, but you're miserable. You're miserable. So is it worth it? Is it worth it just to stay in a loveless, unhappy relationship, unhappy marriage, just for the sake of staying in it though? Because while everybody is holding on to the past of some BS what don't even matter, these two people have been madly in love ever since. But nobody's talking about that. Why not? It's possible that sometimes your first marriage isn't always the right fit for you. Sometimes the first person that you decide to marry is not the person that you were meant to be with. So however it comes, again, I'm not agreeing in the fashion or in the manner in which it comes, or because, you know, unfortunately some people were hurt, but the general public are trying to make two people feel guilty for finding solace and for finding love within each other. And I'm sure, like any regular marriage and relationship, they've had their ups and their downs, but they're still in love. They're still in love, they're still together, and they have a beautiful family. So why continue to beat a dead horse is beyond me. Like, for real. And it is nobody's business but their own. These people have let go of the past. They have moved on. Why can't the general public just leave these people alone to live their lives? Let them be great. Let them enjoy and bask in their happiness and in their love. Okay? If you want to be miserable and feel some type of way over somebody else's relationship, then y'all's need to get a life. Okay? So listen, I'm all for love and I'm all for happiness, or whatever the case is. But come on, like, again, I will say this and I will end on this note. You cannot wreck a home that was already shaken, on the verge of breaking, or a house that was already broken. And you cannot, I repeat, you cannot take somebody that does not want to be taken. Okay? And if you see a random person can just waltz into your relationship and take the person that you were with, chances are that person was not meant for you. And if we could understand that and grasp that concept, we'll be a little less miserable in ourselves. Okay, I know I said I was going to wrap up on the other note, but listen, I just want to say this. It is not a good feeling to be cheated on. Okay, take it from somebody that's been cheated on before. And I'm sure many of you have been cheated on before. It is never a pleasant feeling. It's not a good feeling, you know. It's not good to be cheated on. But, you know, sometimes we have to look at the blessing in disguise. And we have to look at it like the Lord is taking us away from something good and is preparing us for something great or something greater. Okay? So I'm basically saying, in every negative aspect of life, we have to look for the positive in it. There is always something positive. We may not understand it right then and there when it happens, because we're in our emotions and we're hurt, but everything has a positive outlook. Okay, it's all based on how you look at it. So we can go through the process, we can hurt, we can cry, we can heal. Please heal before moving on. Okay, don't carry old baggage into something new. Just wanted to say that. But once we can find the positive and learn from it, and it helps us to grow, and it helps us to become a better person. It helps to mold and shape us into the person that we're meant to be. So with all of that being said, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my little video. Thank you for the support. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching again. God bless, and y'all be safe out there. Love you.